Hello, my friends. Happy Wednesday. Jill here, Jill Ortiz in my Empowered Fitness community for women over 40 looking to get energized, confident, and strong. It's Wednesday, and Wednesday is our weekly live Q&A session. Whether you're live or on the replay, I always send it out in email as well. I put it on my YouTube channel, so you can go check them all out there as well. I'm super excited to be here today because this is the day when I answer all your burning questions about fitness, nutrition, menopause, hormones, weight loss, all this stuff. And it's also an opportunity for me to let you know what's been going on and what's coming up and why I'm so excited and so in love with my business that I get to have time with all of you amazing ladies. You bring so much to my life, and I love when I bring so much to your life. So, to start here, welcome if this is your first time in my Empowered Fitness community for a Wednesday Q&A session. I'm glad to have you here. What we do in here is when I have new ladies join the group, I ask you 3 questions. They are, number 1, what is holding you back from achieving success in your fitness and nutrition and achieving your goals? Number 2, what is your goal for the next 3 to 6 months? And number 3, if you could have a call with me, which you absolutely can, I've included the link if you want to sign up for a free consultation call with me. I don't call them consultations, I call them game plan calls because we're working together. I'm getting to know you, you're getting to know me, and we try to figure out where you at, where you want to be, what's been holding you back, and what's going to propel you forward. So I ask if you could have a call with me, what would you ask me? Because the questions that you have are the questions that everybody has. And so when we answer those questions on these lives, it's so nice because so many people get the same questions answered all at once. And it's really informative. And so today I just want to tell you a little bit about why I'm so hyper. Number 1, I just took Excedrin because I was on the verge of having a migraine from all of the crazy things going on. My cleaning lady couldn't show up today. She's sick. And so they changed the people. I got new people coming to clean my house, and they changed the time, and that just didn't jive with my brain. And so my anxiety went through the roof. So I just took Excedrin, so that's like caffeine. So my excitement's up, but more so because we are 3 days in to my first ever 5-day menopause makeover challenge. Now, I have about 35 ladies in this group, and they are killing it this week. They're doing the homework. They're doing the workouts. We've got 5 workouts this week. They're only 15 minutes. And the commonality that I've heard in the feedback is that they are getting energy from doing the workouts. One of the questions I ask in each workout is, how'd you feel before and how did you feel after? And almost everybody says, I was tired before, I was unmotivated before, but I did the 15-minute workout and now I feel super excited. And so this is their 3rd day. We did arms, we did a stretch session, we did abs today, tomorrow is another stretch session, and then Friday is glutes. And so just hearing from these ladies every day has been awesome. And then we've also had a daily mastery lesson on important aspects of menopause. So we did stress, we did nutrition, and today we did fitness. Tomorrow we're talking about sleep. And then on Friday, we're talking about hormone replacement therapy, and supplementation. And each of these little 10 to 15 minute chats has been super informative. The ladies are taking notes. They're telling me what they're learning. They're putting things into action. And then I've been creating bonuses for them along the way as well, including a really great blog post on cortisol today that people are telling me has been really informative. And so what's exciting about all this is I've also had great calls with a lot of these ladies. Everybody's filled out. I've got like 30 of these here. This hormone harmony assessment form. And many of the ladies have scheduled calls with me to go over these forms, which is also so nice because I get to know the people who I'm working with. The best part about this whole menopause makeover, and I know you guys are all jealous if you're not in it, is that I only charged $5 for it because it was my first time running it, and I didn't know if it was going to be amazing, although I did know it was going to be amazing, and I didn't know it was going to be so valuable. So I'm probably not running this at $5 again. I am going to jack up that price the next time I run it, or if I sell it as something that you can do anytime. But what I do want to offer you ladies is that I'm going to keep everything in this group that they're in for another full week. So I don't know what the date is of that next Sunday. Let's see, the 28th. No, that's this Sunday. I'm going to leave everything up until the 4th. And so you can still take part. I just move things. You can still take part in that challenge for only $5. I gave you the link here. If you want to sign up for the Menopause Makeover, I am so proud of this thing, truly. I think it is awesome and everybody's loving it. So for the last time ever, if this is something you're dealing with and these things would help you, sign up for that 5-day Menopause Makeover. We'll get you in today. You can either catch up for this week. You've literally just missed a 15-minute arm workout, a stretch, and a 15-minute ab workout. You can catch up on those in, less than an hour. Or you can commit to starting everything next Monday or tomorrow. I'm going to take everything we've done and organize it into guides in that group so it's super easy to follow along for anybody who hasn't been in there but wants to hop in. So many bonus resources as well. So $5, can't lose. Sign up for that now, right? Or at the end of this live. Pay attention to me now. Don't go away from this page. And so that's really exciting. The other exciting thing is these ladies are so excited to keep going with me. They're like, what's the next step? They're literally saying, what do I sign up for next? And so next we are going to be starting on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Maybe we'll do tacos that day. We're going to be starting my brand new Fit and Fast 2.0 4-week challenge. And so I have 5 workouts left, just one more week of workouts left to record for that. But otherwise, I've got some ladies testing those workouts now. They're already loving it. And that will be a brand new 4-week progressive strength training program, 25-minute workouts. There's a core component to every workout, and you're going to see some amazing changes there. There's a Fit and Fast meal plan, easy, simple meals your whole family is going to love. And there is also going to be education on blood sugar regulation, menopausal nutrition framework to try to help you regulate your blood sugar and eat in a way that is stress-free and productive for your weight loss goals or whatever goals you have. So I have just opened the registration to the Fit and Fast Challenge to only the ladies in the Menopause Makeover right now. Tomorrow, I'm going to open it to everybody else because I gave them incentive for the first ladies to sign up are going to get gift cards. And there's also going to be a discount, a $50 discount on the challenge from now through this Sunday, the 28th. And so keep an eye out for tomorrow for some posts about it and the registration, and I hope to get a bunch of you in. I'm trying to think, back in October, November, when we did our holiday cash challenge, that one we had at least 35 to 40 ladies in there, and the results were just through the roof. That was only a 3-week challenge, and most people in there lost 6 to 10 pounds and tons of inches, like 6 to 10 inches off their body in 3 weeks. So imagine what we can achieve in 4 weeks. and not during the holiday season, right? So that's exciting. So that's just about what's going on. Give me thumbs up, give me hearts if you're super excited. And if you want the link to sign up today, just message me, right? Anybody who wants to hop on board early, you can always let me know and I will always send you the link, right? You could be an early bird too. So let's just quickly go over, I have a sampling of people who just recently joined the group. Let's kind of go through what they're going through and we'll answer those questions, okay? So Teresa here, who just recently joined our Empowered Fitness community, she says that what's holding her back is that she's got no plan and no energy, and she wants to get to 135 pounds. She didn't give me a question or anything, but I will tell you that, Teresa, until you get that plan into place, you're going to be flailing. Plan is everything. I have been planning my fitness and my nutrition for the last 10 years. I always know what's coming next. I always have a next steps plan, and I always have the tools in place to where if I don't want to follow something anymore, I go to a different tool and a different skill that I've learned and worked on so that I'm always in the journey. And guess what? That will give you energy, right? When you have a plan. And just like I've seen this week with the ladies who's joined my simple 5-day menopause makeover, they got a plan, right? And part of that is that I gave them a workbook where each day I asked them to time block their days so that they are putting things in order and knowing what they're going to do. It's an extremely valuable practice to have, right? So this is like a time blocker. This is like a typical day for me. And I even have to schedule my showers so I know when I'm going to get to bathe and eat and all those things. But that really helps you to be in control, to feel like you've got the energy for all the things you want to do, is to have that plan. So let's help make you a planner, Teresa. And let's start you this week, right? So either book a call with me or hop in the Menopause Makeover. When you hop in the Menopause Makeover, you'll get this opportunity to fill out your hormone harmony assessment and then book a free call with me to go over it, okay? So either way, you're still gonna get time with me. And I'll tell you, that is very energizing, right? Okay, Marissa says that she's struggling with nutrition and menopause. And she says, what is the trick to not hold fat? So I'm trying to just think to myself, if I felt like I was a little extra heavy and I needed to like get back in gear, I would need a nutrition framework, right? So nutrition frameworks, I teach 5 of them to my clients because everybody's different and not all of us can stay on plan for too long. So we kind of have to go through different tools. You need parameters. You need to know what is the plan that works. And if I do it, it gives me the results that I want. And what that means is that your nutrition framework, you have to understand what it is and why it works and how far outside the lines you're coloring, right? Or how off track you're going in your directions. It's kind of like if you're trying to get from point A to point B and you don't know where you're going and you don't plug the address into your GPS and you just kind of start driving, you're not going to release the fat. You're not going to get to your destination. If we have the directions and we can clearly see them and it's the turn by turn, do this, do this, do this, then we know if we made a wrong turn that we're going in the wrong direction and how to get back, right? So we need to be a little more precise in our nutrition. In terms of not holding on to fat when it comes to hormonal women, it means alignment. And that's something we've been talking about a lot in my Menopause Makeover this week, is what is out of alignment? Is it the nutrition? Is it the fitness? Is it your stress? Is it your sleep? Is it that we need some kind of supplementation to help us stay in alignment? Once we get alignment, it just happens. It's so much easier. And we're not banging our heads against the wall wondering what the hell is going wrong, right? Okay, so Marissa, let's schedule a call and let's go over it, or hop in the Menopause Makeover and let's catch you up and make sure that our nutrition is, that we have something, a framework, right? And if not, we figure out what's the right framework for you, okay? And when people say to me, well, what are your frameworks? You can go to jillortizfitness.com/nutrition and you'll see that's my nutrition coaching only package. And there's a picture there of the 5 frameworks and it explains them all in detail. So I have my 5-day kickstart cleanses. I have menopausal nutrition, portion control, mindful nutrition, which is like intuitive eating, and macros nutrition. So I teach all of those. They're very different and they're meant for different people at different stages of our lives and, different stages of the week sometimes. All right. Okay. So Stacy says, motivation, lack of motivation and energy is holding her back. And she says, how do I have energy to do what I need to do to lose weight? Okay. So again, energy comes from us having our plan, being in control of our day, our week, our month, our overall view, right, of what we're going to be doing. I think it feels a lot better when we calm the worry of, I don't even know what I'm doing or if I'm doing the right thing. So being in control, having a good plan, that's going to help you to avoid wasting energy too. And like I said, what my ladies who are doing my menopause makeover this week are seeing is that getting a short, effective workout is not exhausting. It creates and builds energy. So we should be getting movement, right? If you think about a windmill, if there's no wind and that windmill is just sitting still, it's not generating energy. It's when the windmill is moving that it's generating energy, right? So we need to be in motion and doing our fitness. It will create more energy. So if you come home from work and that's your time to do your workout and you're like, I'm too tired to do a workout, and you go sit on the couch instead, can you expect to build energy sitting on the couch? Have you ever taken a nap and felt more tired when you woke up? That's not how to build energy. Instead, blast some music, do 10 jumping jacks, and you're gonna build the energy to then get started in the workout. Or you go to one of my workouts and you press play and you just start kind of going through the little warm up, and that builds the energy to get going, right? You have to have the discipline to show up, and then the energy will come. The motivation, how to have energy to do what I need to do to lose weight. And then, so I talked about the energy. The motivation is going to be taking the time to decide whether it's worth it to you to put in the work to change, or if you're okay with feeling the way you feel, the way you are right now, right? So some of us are going to be like, no, I'm not staying the same. I'm not willing to. I'm ready for change. And that is going to bring you to the table where we then create the plan. You surround yourself with people and a coach who can pep you up and get you excited about the plan, okay? And that's what I saw also this week. I had a really great meeting today with Danette, and she joined the 5-day menopause makeover. She's 3 days in, and she said, wow, this has really energized me, and your energy is really getting me excited to come and show up. And now she's doing it, and we're preparing for the next stage. She already asked me, where's the link to the next challenge, right? And so that's exciting to see. Okay. Tara came in, and when I said, what's holding you back from achieving success? She said, nothing. I just started. That's fantastic, Tara. Her questions are regarding macros and cortisol. And so I'm going to actually drop the link to the post that I put up just today, the new blog post on cortisol. I'm going to add that into the comments here. Let me just get over to the live, make sure my volume's off so you don't start hearing me talking. I'm going to pop the link. So blog post on cortisol. So that's going to be here in the comments below. And I'll put it in the notes of the YouTube video as well. So now you have my blog. So this is where you can learn all about cortisol. And then what was the other part? Macros. So Tara wants to know about macros. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the term macros nutrition is a nutrition framework. Like I mentioned earlier, it's one of the 5 that I teach. And it's based on calculating the proper calories that you should be eating in a day to achieve whatever your goal is, right? Whether it's weight loss or muscle gain. I have a new client and he's 19 and he needs to put on muscle mass. That's where he's gonna find confidence is his mom told me, like, my son's super skinny and I need him to gain weight. And so when I met with him, I said, well, what would you say your goals are? And he said, I want to build some muscle and I want to feel confident, and feel like he's standing up with his friends and has got some muscle to him. And so we are going to eat in a surplus for him to gain a lot of muscle, like a big surplus, like 3,000 to 3,500 calories, because kids burn it fast too. And so that might be different from somebody who's just looking to lose weight, who might be in a calorie deficit. So when we do the calculation for that person, they're going to have less calories than their bodies, need for the day to stay where they're at. And so we calculate the calories first. Then we decide, based again on goals and needs, and results as we go, how do we break down those calories between the 3 macros? Every food is made up of 3 macronutrients: protein, carbs, and fat. It also has nutrients called micronutrients, which are like the vitamins and minerals. So that's going to be your sodium and potassium, magnesium, like all those things. Those are the micronutrients, the vitamins and minerals. Macronutrients are the 3 big groups that every food is made up of. And so if you look at food labels, you can kind of see. And so we decide what percentage of your total calories are going to be in each of these buckets, right? It's a really detailed framework for people who really want to have that much control over their nutrition. Some people like to do this all the time. Some people want nothing to do with it. And some people like me will do it for a certain period of time if there's a particular goal, because it's a very powerful tool because we're being so specific about it. So for me, I used to use this for when I was training for bikini competitions, or if I have a really particular goal, then I will hone in and do all that measuring, right? So that's one of the nutrition frameworks that I teach. So if you're interested in doing that kind of education, we have both a DIY, a do-it-yourself, where you get the resources from me and you can learn it on your own, or it's something I can teach you, one-on-one with me in my nutrition coaching package, which is at jillortizfitness.com/nutrition. Okay. So I'm not sure exactly what your question was about macros, Tara, but there you go. All right. Most people struggle with macros because they do it the wrong way. They do it in a reactive way, where they're simply eating food and then putting it in a macros calculator, like a tracker, and they're kind of ending up off their goal. They're not hitting their targets any day. And that doesn't work to get you to your goals. It just tells you how you're messing up. The way I teach macros, I created my own program called Foods for Fat Loss. And with that, we're being proactive. We're creating the plan that fits the macros, and then we just follow through with the plan, which is way easier and doesn't require you to be tracking foods all day in an app. Okay? All right. Susie says she herself and I are the only one holding her back. She says, will I be able to feel normal again? Yes, of course you will. Now, normal might be new, right? As we age, it's kind of like, sorry, you're not going to feel like a teenager anymore, but we can find new positives, pluses now in this stage of life, right? Does anybody feel like as they've aged, they've gained wisdom and confidence and just like this knowing who you are? That's what I would say. As I mature in age, I feel much confident about who I am and what my values are. Is my body like it was as a teenager? Actually, I like my body better. I was studying abroad as a teenager, both in high school and in college, and gaining weight from being abroad. But I think you could feel better, right? You could find a better version of yourself now than you ever were before. So of course, once you find alignment and you start educating on all the things that will bring you to your current goals, your goals might shift and ebb and flow and kind of, take new shapes. But really, I think when you kind of really start being somebody who's chasing goals, becoming an achiever, and always setting the bar a little bit higher, that's exciting and will bring you to new heights and new places. So yes, Susie, I believe that you will feel normal again. Okay. Let's have a call. Okay. Dana says motivation is holding her back. If you're new to the group, every Monday I do a Motivation Monday video. So go back, watch the one from this Monday. You can go to my YouTube channel, just look up Jill Ortiz or Jill Ortiz Fitness, and you'll be able to find all of my Monday morning motivation videos. There's many spins that we can take on motivation, whether it's having a plan or being tuned into why it's important to you. All different things that bring you motivation. Maybe it's surrounding yourself with the people. Maybe it's taking advantage of opportunity, taking action. Action takers feel more motivated. So many ways to spin that. Dana asks, what is the best thing to take from menopause? And I made some notes on this one. So I had to think on this, and I had to think about all of my clients who I've dealt with. And I had to think about, how do we find positive in this place where things are changing on us? And here's what I came up with. The best thing to take from menopause is a new level of awareness. Awareness of your body's changing needs, awareness of how stress, sleep, nutrition, and movement truly impact your day-to-day life. It's a wake-up call for you to put yourself first and back on the top of that priority list. And I think that's super powerful. The best thing to take from menopause is to take your power back. You get to redesign how you feel, how you look, how you show up in this next new season of life. And guess what? You don't have to do it alone. You have me, you have this community of women, you have opportunities to join, and you have the ability to really find joy where there's currently frustration and lack of energy, motivation, and education. So this is a place, because of me entering this stage of life, I decided I wanted to work with women in this stage of life. And because I needed to understand them and understand what was going on with myself and understand the tools, I had to sign up for a course. And so I signed up for, I think it was 16 hours I spent to get my certification on advanced metabolism and female hormones. Because of that course, I've learned so much. And I'm creating new things and new opportunities and new resources for women like you so that you don't have to go through the frustration and aggravation of not knowing what to do. And so because of this phase of menopause, I've upped my credentials and my connections with you, right? So that's what I take. And what I think you can take as well is finding a new appreciation for who you are and getting in touch and in tune with your body and understanding how important alignment is. I think also this phase of life, it forces us to say, like, you know, what do we want? What's important and what's necessary to go after that? And as we dig into the education, we see things that maybe we never considered before and how important it is to take care of ourselves and our bodies. So that's what I would say. Okay. Hi. Okay. Let's see. I think we've got one or two more. Oh, we got like three more. Oh, we got 2 minutes. All right. Let's see. Mary says, what's holding her back is it's much harder than in her younger years. Yes. It is. We are losing our estrogen. We are losing our progesterone. We are losing our testosterone. These hormones that were for our reproductive system, they helped us in many ways. And we talk about that this week in our Menopause Makeover. And without them, we have to do more work and we have to do the right things and we have to do a lot less of the wrong things. Okay. And the wrong things affect us even worse now. She asks, what is the best diet for postmenopausal women? That's going to be a diet that helps you with blood sugar regulation. 100%. That's what we'll be going over in the Fit and Fast Challenge. That's what we've been going over in the Menopause Makeover this week. So plug in, stay tuned, join us for all the things, sign up, and you will be in such a good spot with your education. And with education comes empowerment, but only if you're acting, okay? Carrie says she just wants to feel better about herself. That was all she gave me. Lisa says menopause is holding her back. She says, how do you lose weight? She's eating healthy, she's lifting weights and walking and cannot lose a pound. How frustrating to be doing all the right things and not seeing the results. There's got to be something out of alignment. Let's talk stress, let's talk sleep, and let's figure out, right? Eating healthy is not eating for weight loss. If anybody's watched my 5 pitfalls to weight loss, I think it's in the banner of our group, right? Click on the banner and you'll find that video. I think that's the one, 5 pitfalls to weight loss, or you can ask me for the link. I think I always send it as homework before calls. Eating healthy is not eating for weight loss. Those are two different things, right? So we want to be eating for weight loss, not just good health. Lifting weights. Are you lifting 5-pound weights like a champ and getting nowhere? Or are you lifting something really heavy? So that could be something. Are you power walking with weights and a vest as fast as you can? Or are you walking for stress reduction, vitamin D, and feeling just good, maybe just a little bit help for your digestion after a meal? So we can take all these healthy things and we can be like, wait a second, are you doing them right? Or are you doing what you think is all the right things? They're just a little bit out of alignment, right? So that's the kind of stuff that we can go over together, especially on our one-on-one game plan calls. So Lisa, let's get on a call, okay? And lastly here, just a couple minutes over, Lynn says her nutrition habits are holding her back. She says, how do I speed up my metabolism? So metabolism is going to be, right, metabolism. Do you know what it is? It's the way your food breaks down and then we make it into energy that we can use, right? And like, you know, some of it goes to supporting your organs and some of it goes to giving you energy to do things, and some of it just leaves you as waste because we don't need it. And so what does it mean to have a slow and a speedy metabolism? A sped up metabolism is going to take that food quicker, convert it to energy, and it's going to say, okay, we need more food now, right? And so we don't always want like a really high metabolism because those people just have to constantly be eating, right, for more energy. We don't want a slow metabolism because that means that our body is holding on to the food and slowly using it, maybe because it doesn't know when it's going to get its next food. And if you keep putting more food in and it hasn't metabolized the food that you have, then you're going to have excess, which is going to end up storing as fat, right? So we don't want a slow metabolism. What determines your metabolism is how much you are eating, right? So if your body starts getting used to the fact that like, oh my gosh, she's eating every hour, we got to use this up so we have room for the next, then that's going to speed up your metabolism. So for those of you who are under eating, eat more. It's going to speed up your metabolism. The other thing is that muscle speeds up the metabolism because muscle uses the energy. So if you have more muscle mass in your body, that's going to raise your metabolism and it's going to help you make you much more efficient and effective in using calories. And so if you have more muscle, you can eat more food without gaining weight. So that's really cool, which is a good reason to start building muscle. What we really want, instead of a fast metabolism, and we don't want slow metabolism, is we want a flexible metabolism. We want a smart metabolism that knows when we eat a little less, we slow down a little less. When we're eating a little more, we speed up a little more, and that we can go back and forth efficiently, and the body gets really smart and can kind of go back and forth a little bit better. That's a smart and flexible metabolism. That's the one we want, so that when we start eating more, the body reacts appropriately. When we start eating less, the body acts appropriately. That would be the best thing. And that's what we can do together by learning these frameworks, okay? So we done for the day. You guys got your action items. What are you going to do next? You let me know in the comments. Let me know if you watched live on the replay. If you sign up for the 5-day Menopause Makeover, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, stay tuned tomorrow for the big announcement for the public on the Fit and Fast Challenge. And be ready to sign up because there are incentives for getting in early, okay? Thank you for joining me. Let me know if this was helpful, what you learned, and take a look also at that blog post on cortisol if you like it, okay? Bye, everybody. Have a great day.